Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be issue 22 of Warhammer Combat Patrol. There's just two more paints with this. We get Avalon Sunset and Catachan Flesh with this. So come and join me on the desk and we will have a look through. Ta-da! Here we go. Right, let me just bring you up a bit. Put you back where you should be. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oops, there you go. Right, Combat Patrol, issue 22, two paints, Avalon Sunset and Catachan Flesh. Let's pop these over there. That Catachan Flesh is actually quite dark. Right. So, additional details, painting. This is going to be things like, in this case, the leather straps on certain things, the book covers on others. For the Catachan Flesh, we're using the Avalon Sunset for part of the teleport Homer and the piping on the Librarian. And then you've got some additional painting going on for the Termagants and the Farseer. And then it's giving you a little gallery of the work in progress. So there you go. Right, Eldari War Hosts. Eldari war hosts are among the most powerful armies in the galaxy. They strike fast and hard, raining down death and destruction on the foe. I want to know more about the craft worlds. I can't remember which craft world I was going to go with. Craft world armies. So these are the Wraith Guard. It would have been nice if, you know, they could have been modelled in slightly more dynamic poses. But it is what it is. Right. The vehicles look very sleek. Some of their Forge World stuff is really nice. Craft worlds of the Eldari are huge constructs of psychoactive wraithbone that cruise through the galaxy at sublight speeds. Each is the size of a small planet and is the home of an entire self-sufficient community of Eldari. Oh, here we go. Ulthway, that's it. There you go, that's the one I've gone for. So, just like, what was we going for? I think we're going with Sam Sham. Ulthway's the one that I've decided I want to paint because it's black. Tactical black, can't go wrong. Alatok and Eandon. Galaxy at War. The Imperium spans most of the known galaxy in an area so vast that it would take many lifetimes to cross, even travelling at the speed of light. Across these huge distances, many wars rage, enveloping planets, star systems and entire subsectors in desperate battles for survival. Imperium Sanctus. The Imperium Sanctus is the name of the section of Imperial space that remains on the same side of this Cicatrix Maledictum as Terra. It lies within the reach of a great psychic beacon called the Astronomicum, which is used by navigators. And Imperium Nihilus. The Imperium Nihilus is the name of those areas of Imperial space that lie beyond the Great Rift and away from the Astronomicum. From here, the Imperium Sanctus can only be reached via a handful of relatively stable passages. And here is the map. So, Imperium Sanctum, Terra and Mars are located here. This is Imperium Nihilus. There's the Cicatrix Maledictum. And various planets called out here. So we have Armageddon, Elysia, Riser, Katachan, Nocturne, Badab, Talan, Deliverance, Solstice, Macragge, Blackreach, Attila, Baal, Blood Angels, Valhalla, Mordian, Vigilus, Cadia, the Eye of Terror here. Just trying to see if I can find. So Baal is Blood Angels. We had, where was it? Rindsworld, I think, is Crimson Fists. We've got Macragge, which is Ultramarines. I thought I saw the Salamander's homeworld here somewhere. Deliverance, is that Raven Guard? I can't remember. But yeah, there's plenty on here. I can't see the Space Wolves home world. Piscina, Vigilus, Cadia. Cadia is a exploded world, is it? Fenris, there it is, Space Wolves. Armageddon, which is where they've had several battles for the planet, mostly with orcs. Krieg, where the German World War I looking Imperial Guard troops come from. Talan, Desert Fighters. Yeah, cool. Loads there. Loads there. Right, anyway. Galactic Warzones. Warzone Bastior, the Nakman Gauntlet, the Chalnath Expanse, and the Pariah Nexus. Eldari characters. So we've got our Wraith Lord. Is it a Wraith Lord or Wraith Knight? So Farseer, you got your D3 rolling chart for naming table, and then the Wraith Lord. That's it, Wraith Lord. I am going to try and do something to make him a little bit more dynamic. Like I said, I just hope that the parts aren't going to be too complicated to chop up to reposition, and so on. But yeah, I want to do something so that he looks a little bit more dynamic than just standing there waiting for somebody to attack him. Wraith Lord, and then obviously the D6 naming table on that one. Then we have Combat Patrol, playing Combat Patrol. Welcome to Combat Patrol. Combat Patrol is a game mode that is designed to get your forces into battle as quickly as possible and is enjoyed by new recruits and seasoned veterans alike. So previous editions of 40k had combat patrols as, I think, up to 400 points. You couldn't take any named characters, and you couldn't take anything which had a 2+ save and no tanks. You could take certain vehicles, but nothing with a certain armour value, in order to basically be able to play them on a smaller battlefield, hopefully in your lunch hour. That was the idea. Obviously that's changed. I mean, this is going back a good 15 or so years, maybe 20 years even, and a lot has changed. And obviously you now have these combat patrols which are produced by GW and sold as a set, and you have specific data cards for the combat patrol which tell you all the various extras and enhancements that they are allowed to use for that particular game. But yeah, these are the basic rules. Combat Patrol, Clash of Patrols. And yeah, so here we go. We've got Space Marines, Tyranids, Eldari, Chaos Space Marines. Then it's Orcs and Leagues of Votan after those two. Then Gene Stealers and Astra Militarum. And then the World Eaters are last. Point to note, there is only one miniature that we get for the Chaos Forces in the premium sets, and that is the Demon Prince of Chaos miniature, because that can be used in either or combat patrol force. I'll probably paint the World Eaters as World Eaters, because I've got Chaos Space Marines. My warband is Crimson Slaughter for those. For those that remember, that was the Chaos Space Marines from the, not Assault and Black Ridge, Dark Vengeance box set. And there you go. So you can record all your clashes, and then obviously the Guardian Defenders. So these are going to be interesting to build. I think these are the new ones, or the newer ones, by the look of it. They look good. Some of them look really dynamic. And I'm loving the fact that there are female torsos included with that. Absolutely brilliant. Paint wise, Catachan Flesh I've not really used much. In fact, I've never used it, but it's going to be interesting to see how that looks. It is a base. Avalon Sunset I've used a lot for things when I've done flame effect on miniatures, and on my channel there's a little video on how to paint hot coals, so I think I used a bit of Avalon Sunset on that. I have used it for friends when I've painted up some of their Space Wolves. This is very much a colour which goes on many of the shoulder pads for Space Wolves. But yeah, 2 paints. Again, it's, you know, I don't mind paint issues because it would still cost me £4. It's £2 each way to go into town to the local GW store and get paint. So this is saving me money. I don't care what people say. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye bye.